this thing on? Test. No, I'm just messing around. Hey, look, Justin again, as always, thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Not going to get into our whole spiel and make this a long video or anything. It's going to be short, sweet, down and dirty because we're getting ready to go live. It's TGIF. I had a few comments about our community page that I've had on YouTube. I really didn't use it a lot when it was first available to me. And then I would just post like funny things, memes, pictures of stuff that I was working on. Then sometimes I would just post like certain tools that would pop up that I thought looked pretty cool that I wanted to share. Or I would get enough questions about like, hey, how many different feeler gauge sets or things like that do I use? And so I would share those things on our community page. And then I started posting a little bit more memes. And then I've been having a lot of sleepless nights over the last, decade. But more so to the point where I'm really embedding a lot of my time when I can't sleep on YouTube. And so a lot of things that I found that were either funny or informative or inspirational or motivational or that could answer questions, I've been sharing them through our community page about as often as I share like on Facebook and Instagram. The one thing that I did not know was that it's actually spamming your guys' homepage filled with a bunch of unnecessary posts. For me, that's not what I was trying to do with that. I did not know it literally would fill your entire homepage with everything that I was watching the night before. Though a lot of it is really good content, and some of it's just for humor, and again, some of it's for motivation. But it was never my intention to spam everyone's homepage with a bunch of posts in our community. So I have removed those posts, and I think the best way to satisfy the needs of the few and the needs of the majority is to create two different styles, right? So those of you that are interested in what videos I am watching when I am having sleepless nights, I will put them in what's called Dow's YouTube favorites or something like that. I'll create its own playlist videos, either things that I'm watching late at night, whether they're informative or I find it to be inspirational. I'm still planning on sharing smaller channels in our community feed that I think you guys can benefit from by going to their channel. But I promise I won't riddle you with a whole bunch of different posts all in one day. So I'll try to keep that in mind. But I do want to still share the word of newer channels that are up and coming and up and growing within our community page. So just understand that it's not always going to be something that's tool-based. It might be somebody that's up and coming as a YouTuber, whether they're within our community or not. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is that they're interested, they're interactive, and you can communicate with them because they're very interpersonal. But for other things like the comedy stuff and things that I'm watching and I'm having a good time with, I'll just stick those in a playlist for you guys. So this way you guys get a chance to see what it is that I'm watching, when I'm watching it, how I'm watching it, and it's all going to be in that playlist. And then that should reduce the amount of posts that you receive on your homepage from me outside of either important content that I'm putting out, whether it's mechanic insight or tool reviews, or it's an upcoming post to just simply share a new person's content, really. Because I do want to keep that ball rolling. That's always been a thing for me. I've always wanted to give back to my community, and what better way can I do that than to help them bring themselves up to the following that they deserve, right? Because I think everyone's entitled to an opinion. Everyone's opinion does matter, and every single one of them is never going to be the same. It's always going to be different, and that's what I love about watching YouTube. There are so many different channels, there's so many different opinions out there, and it's really great to get an understanding. One of the things that someone said was, just be real. I've been real. I keeps it real, man. There's no doubt about that, and I will continue to do so. So I'm being real with you guys when I tell you I will just create a playlist that reduces the amount of posts that you see that pop up in your main feed, but you can still get an idea of what it is that I'm watching. And I do and will continue to support the smaller channels out there that are up and coming. Whether they're part of one niche or a different niche, doesn't matter to me. What it does matter to me is actually getting the word out there, because maybe I think it's insightful. motivational. Maybe I think it's useful information. Whatever the case may be, I'm here to support you just as much as you are supporting me. So I appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up with this. We're getting ready to go live. So cheers. Thanks for watching. Deuces.